It's a long one. Section 104. Revelation given to Joseph Smith the prophet, April 23rd, 1834, concerning the United Order, or the order of the church for the benefit of the poor. The occasion was that of a high council meeting of the first presidency and other high priests, in which the pressing temporal needs of the people had been given consideration. The United Order at Kirkland was to be temporarily dissolved and reorganized, and the properties as stewardships were to be divided among the members of the order. Saints who transgress against the United Order shall be cursed. The Lord provides for his saints in his own way. Gospel law governs the care of the poor. Stewardships and blessings of various brethren are designated. The United Order in Kirkland and the Order in Zion are to operate separately. The sacred treasury of the Lord is set up for the printing of scriptures. The general treasury of the United Order is to operate on the basis of common consent. Those in the United Order are to pay all their debts, and the Lord will deliver them from financial bondage. Verily, I say unto you, my friends, I give unto you counsel and a commandment concerning all the properties which belong to the order which I command to be organized and established to be a united order and an everlasting order for the benefit of my church and for the salvation of men, until I come, with promise, immutable and unchangeable, that inasmuch as those whom I commanded were faithful, they should be blessed with a multiplicity of blessings. But inasmuch as they were not faithful, they were nigh unto cursings. Therefore, inasmuch as some of my servants have not kept the commandment, but have broken the covenant through covetousness, and when with feigned words I curse them with a very sore and grievous curse. For I, the Lord, have decreed in my heart that inasmuch as any man belong to the order shall be found a transgressor, or in other words, shall break the covenant with which ye are bound, he shall be cursed in his life, and shall be trodden down by whom I will. For I, the Lord, am not to be mocked in these things. And all this, that the innocent among you may not be condemned with the unjust, and that the guilty among you may not escape. Because I, the Lord, have promised unto you a crown of glory at my right hand. Therefore, inasmuch as you are found transgressors, you cannot escape my wrath in your lives. Inasmuch as ye are cut off for transgression, ye cannot escape the buffetings of Satan until the day of redemption. And now I give unto you power from this very hour, that if any man among you of the order is found a transgressor, and repenteth not of the evil, that ye shall deliver him over to the buffetings of Satan, and he shall not have power to bring evil upon you. It is wisdom in me, therefore I command, I give unto you, that ye yourselves organize and appoint every man his stewardship, that every man may give an account of me unto the stewardship which is appointed unto him. For it is expedient that I, the Lord, should make every man accountable as a steward over the earthly blessings which I have made prepared for my creatures. I, the Lord, stretched out the heavens and built the earth, my very handiwork, and all things therein are mine. And it is my purpose to provide for my saints, and for all things are mine. But it must needs be done in my own way, and behold, this is the way that I, the Lord, have decreed to provide for my saints, that the poor shall be exalted, and that the rich are made low. For the earth is full, and there is enough to spare. Yea, I prepared all things, and have given unto the children of men to be agents unto themselves. Therefore, if any man shall take of the abundance which I have made, and impart not his portion, according to the law of my gospel, unto the poor and the needy, he shall with the wicked lift up his eyes in hell, being in torment. And now, verily I say unto you, concerning the properties of my order, let my servant Sidney Rigdon have appointed unto him the place where he now resides, and the lot of the tannery for his stewardship, for his support, while he is laboring in my vineyard, even as I will, when I shall command him. And let all things be done according to the counsel of the order, and to the united consent, or the voice of the order, which dwelt in the land of Kirtland. And this stewardship and blessings I, the Lord, confer upon my servant Sidney Rigdon, for blessings upon him and his seed after him. And I will multiply blessings upon him, inasmuch as he will be humble before me. And again, let my servant Martin Harris have an appointed unto him for stewardship the lot of the land which my servant John Johnson obtained in exchange for his former inheritance for him and his seed after him. And inasmuch as he is faithful, I will multiply blessings upon him and his seed after him. Let my servant Martin Harris devote his monies for the proclaiming of my words according to as my servant Joseph Smith Jr. shall direct. And again, let my servant Frederick G. Williams have the place which he now dwells, and let my servant Oliver Cowdery have the lot on which is set off adjoining the house, which is to be for the printing office, which is lot number 1, and also the lot upon which his father resides. And let my servants Frederick G. Williams and Oliver Cowdery have the printing office and all things that pertain unto it. And this shall be their stewardship, which shall be appointed unto them. And inasmuch as they are faithful, behold, I will bless them and multiply the blessings upon them. And this is the beginning of the stewardship for which I have appointed them and their seed after them. And inasmuch as they are faithful, I will multiply blessings upon them and their seed after them, even a multiplicity of blessings. And again, let my servant John Johnson have the house in which he lives, and the inheritance, and save the ground which has been reserved for the building of my houses, which pertaineth to the inheritance, and the lots which have been named for my servant Oliver Cowdery. And inasmuch as he is faithful, I will multiply blessings upon him. And it is my will that he should sell the lots that are laid off for the building up of the city of my saints, inasmuch as it shall be made known unto him by the voice of the Spirit, and according to the counsel of the order, and by the voice of the order. And this is the beginning of the stewardship which I have appointed unto him, for a blessing unto him and his seed after him. And inasmuch as he is faithful, I will multiply a multiplicity of blessings upon him. And again, let my servant Newell K. Whitney have appointed unto him houses and a lot where he now resides, and the lot in the building on which the mercantile establishment stands, and also the lot which is on the corner south of the mercantile establishment, and also the lot on which the ashery is situated. And all this have I appointed unto my servant Newell K. Whitney for his stewardship, for a blessing upon him and his seed after him, for the benefit of the mercantile establishment of my order, which I have established for my stake in the land of Kirtland. Yea, verily, this is the stewardship which I have appointed unto my servant N. K. Whitney, even the whole mercantile establishment and his agent and his seed after him. And inasmuch as he is faithful in keeping my commandments, which I will give unto him, I will multiply blessings unto him and his seed after him, even a multiplicity of blessings. And again, let my servant Joseph Smith Jr. have appointed unto him the lot which is laid for the building of my house, which is 40 rods long and 12 wide, and also the inheritance upon which his father now resides. And this is the beginning of the stewardship which I have appointed unto him, for a blessing upon him and upon his father. For behold, I have reserved an inheritance for his father for his support. Therefore he shall be reckoned in the house of my servant Joseph Smith Jr. And I will multiply blessings upon the house of my servant Joseph Smith Jr., insomuch as he is faithful, even a multiplicity of blessings. And now a commandment I give unto you concerning Zion, that you shall no longer be bound as a united order to your brethren of Zion, only on this wise. After you are organized, you shall be called the United Order of the Stake, S-T-A-K-E, of Zion, Stake of Zion, and the city of Kirtland. The Stake of Zion, the city of Kirtland. All right, and your brethren, after they are organized, shall be called the United Order of the city of Zion. And they shall be organized in their own names, and in their own name they shall do their business in their own name. In their own names. And you shall do business in your own name, and in your own names. And this I have commanded to be done for your salvation, and also for their salvation, in consequence of being driven out, and that which is to come. the covenants being broken through transgression by covetousness and feigned words. Therefore you are dissolved as a united order with your brethren, that you are not bound only up to this hour unto them, only on this wise, as I said, by loan, as shall be agreed by this order in council, as your circumstances will admit, in the voice of the council direct. And again, I command a commandment I give unto you concerning your stewardship, which I have appointed unto you. Behold, all these properties are mine, or else your faith is in vain, and ye are found hypocrites, and the covenants which ye have made unto me are broken. And if the properties are mine, then you are stewards. Otherwise you are no stewards. But verily I say unto you, I have appointed unto you to be stewards over my house, even stewards indeed. And for this purpose I have commanded you to organize yourselves, even to print my words, the fullness of my scriptures, the revelations which I have given you, and which I shall hereafter from time to time give you, for the purpose of building up my church and my kingdom, the earth, to prepare my people for the time which I shall dwell upon them, which is nigh at hand. And ye shall prepare yourselves a place for a treasury, and consecrate it unto my name. And ye shall appoint one among you to keep the treasury, and he shall be ordained unto this blessing. And there shall be a seal upon the treasury, and all sacred things shall be delivered into the treasury, and no man among you shall call it by his own, or any part of it, for it shall belong to you all, with one accord. And I give unto you from this very hour. Now see to it, that ye go and to make use of the stewardship which I have appointed unto you, exclusive of the sacred things, for the purpose of printing these sacred things as I have said. And the avails of the sacred things shall be had in the treasury, and a seal shall be made upon it, and shall not be used or taken out of this treasury by any one, neither shall the seal be loosed, which shall be placed upon it, only by the voice of the order or the commandment. And thus ye shall preserve the avails of the sacred things in the treasury, for sacred and holy purposes. And this shall be the sacred treasury of the Lord, and the seal shall be kept upon it, that it may be holy and consecrated unto the Lord. And again there shall be other treasury prepared, as a treasurer appointed to keep the treasury, and a seal shall be placed upon it. And all the monies that you receive in your stewardships by improving upon the properties which I have appointed you, in houses, or in lands, or in cattle, or in all things, save it be the holy and sacred writings which I have reserved unto myself for the holy and sacred purposes, shall be cast into the treasury, as fast as you receive the monies, by hundreds, or by fifties, or by twenties, or by tens, or by fives. Or in other words, if any man among you obtain $5, let him cast it in the treasury. And if he obtain 10, or 20, or 50, or 100, let him do likewise. And let no man among you say that it is his own, for it shall not be called his, nor any part of it. And there shall not any part of it be used, taken out of the treasury, only by the voice of the common consent of the order. And this shall be the voice of the common consent of the order, that any man among you say to the treasurer, I have need of this to help me in my stewardship gifts, be it $5, 10, 20, or 50, 100, the treasurer shall give it to him, the sum which he requires, to help him in his stewardship, until he be found a transgressor, and it is manifest before the council of the order plainly that he is unfaithful and an unwise steward. But so as long as he is in full fellowship and is faithful, wise in his stewardship, this shall be his token unto the treasurer, that the treasurer shall not withhold. But in any case of transgression, the treasurer shall be subject unto the council for the voice of the order. And in the case the treasurer is found unfaithful and an unwise steward, he shall be subject unto the council of the voice of the order, and shall be removed out of his place, and to another shall be appointed in his stead. And again, verily I say unto you concerning your debts, behold, it is my will that you shall pay all your debts, and it is my will that you shall humble yourselves before me, and obtain this blessing by your diligence and humility and the prayer of faith. And inasmuch as you are diligent, humble, and exercise the prayer of faith, behold, I will soften your hearts of those to whom you are in debt, and I shall send means unto you for your deliverance. Therefore, write speedily to New York, and write according to that which shall be dictated by my Spirit, and I will soften the hearts of those to whom you are in debt, and it shall be taken away out of their minds to bring affliction upon you. And inasmuch as you are humble and faithful, and call upon my name, behold, I will give unto you the victory. I give unto you a promise that you shall be delivered this once out of your bondage. And inasmuch as you obtain a chance to loan money by hundreds or thousands, or even you shall loan enough to deliver yourselves from bondage, It is your privilege. And the pledge, the properties which I have put into your hands, this once I, by giving your names, by common consent or otherwise as it seems good unto you, I give unto you this privilege, this once. And behold, if you proceed to do the things which I have laid before you, according to my commandments, all these things are mine, and ye are my stewards, and the master will not suffer his house to be broken up. Even so, amen.